Hey, everybody.
Yo, what's up? How's it going?
Hello,
Hey,
guys.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah,
second
2
year.
years
Wow.
already. That's crazy.
2 years.
Wow.
And Big Bear, you've been here since the beginning, yeah?
Since
jealous
day
of that
one.
logo.
Since day one.
Day one.
Wow.
And Andy, when did you come in to Axion?
Probably about 6 months before Axion launched.
Oh wow.
No. Before it was even conceived. I was in Jeff's house.
I'm in full gullible mode
Chat
right
one
now.
night.
So what was that?
Yeah, I was in Jeff's house having a chat one night, and then he was telling me about it. So okay, let's go for it. But you got to hear before we go through the introductions. You heard about crypto casino, and I've heard of some excuses for losing your homework and stuff. But crypto casino's dog actually ate his USB stick with his MetaMask on. Is that correct, CC?
He's not here with us right now, but I thought he ate the piece of paper that he had his secret
Phrase. Yeah,
phrase
I
on.
thought they-
His
he
seed
hit the
phrase?
secret phrase.
Oh,
Yeah, seed phrase.
That's painful.
He said he's going to follow the dog around for a week.
he's
Oh,
the
God.
dog's in the doghouse.
Of all the things that could go wrong. No, so Andy, when did you come on? When did you come into the ecosystem?
I think it was about September, October. So and that's a story in itself. So it's quite a long one. So I'm not going to share it. But it was unusual to say the least. But I can remember, I think I was quite pleased buying 300,000 Axion at the time, and wasn't a great deal, but it was a lot for me at the time. And I can remember, what's that Spanish guy that used to be in chat a lot? His name eludes me a minute.
Yeah.
He hasn't been there for a while, has he? I can remember him saying to me anyway, Nikros, that's right.
Necros. Yeah.
That's not enough. I said, how much should I have? And he said, that's not enough. And so that was the start of my journey then, really, just trying to buy as much as I possibly could, whenever I possibly could. So, yeah, back then, really.
Wow. And you were 555ing it back then as well?
I 555'd when Punkonomics started. I think I 555'd like everybody else.
Yeah. How about you, Destroyer? When did you come in?
I honestly do not even remember at this point. It was a blur. It's been a crazy 2 years. That seems like a lifetime ago. But it was definitely pre-August of that year. But at that time,
Wow.
I was just a TG wall crawler. There was Andy is mainly in there with Necros. I can't remember what the big rabbit guy was.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. The rabbit guy, yeah.
It was just the mainstays on TG for the most part. That's when TG was way more popular in our Discord.
Yeah, it was buzzing.
How about you, McMarty?
If I remember correctly, my first take was on December 31st, 2020.
Oh, wow.
Last day of 2020, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Then I upgraded that stake once we learned about BTC divs, of course. But yeah, it was the last day of 2020, I remember. And yeah, from there I accumulated for sure to get as many BTC divs as possible. But yeah, the first one was in 2020. And the rest mostly in 2021 for sure.
Richard Mifflin. Been here since the very beginning.
That's an interesting name.
Well, that's amazing. You know, I actually knew Destroyer had been here kind of from the beginning, and I knew Andy, and of course Big Bear, but I didn't realize you came in as early as you did there.
I actually staked pretty early, but I didn't join Discord before. I don't know. I joined Discord pretty. I think maybe around between March and May 2021. This is when I think I joined Discord. I was on Telegram before that, but Discord. I think I can see on the Discord chats when I actually joined the server. But
you were running little competitions, McMarty, wasn't you?
I was actually when was it? I remember.
Oh yeah, I recall that, Martin.
I was hyping the Axion on Twitter.
Yeah, you were doing like $10 or $50 worth of Axion from your own pocket, you know, like regular giveaways and stuff.
I was pushing it hard. Yeah, I was trying to get as many people hyped as possible, and well, one way of doing it is giving away money, right? Giving away Axion to people participating, and I was having fun actually, because people were like really like engaging. More and more people were engaging, and what actually surprised me in a very good way is people started to actually come to me, DMing me like, "Oh, I wanna also be part of the giveaway, and you keep doing what you do, but I'll add some Axion to the pot." Mm-hmm. So we can give out more to people, and this was actually a very good surprise. I was pretty happy about this type of I don't know, behaviors from our community.
Sounds like that's where the Axion tipping came from.
Axion tipping.
That was actually me.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It was way before, I think, that tweet.
So when are you going to get it fixed so we can keep doing it?
I had to push Justin for that, and it was a hard-fought war, and I won, and then we had tipping.
Was Justin?
Justin just lose. But my main thing was I just wanted to make it rain on Discord.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. I recall that.
Make it rain.
And I think we are trying to look at. I know I talked to Jubbin about seeing if there's a way we can bring that back, but so far everything that's found is required fees, and I think that's what Justin did, is he was able to make it so that it was like 0 fees or something in that process, which was awesome.
Yeah, because we had our own bot. I know Big Bear was a huge rain guy.
Yeah, real Big Bear raining. Like, oh gosh.
And then Dead Poet, when did you come on board?
Oh, I what was interesting was that I stumbled upon Axion mid-January 2021, and my first message on Telegram was to the mods there. I think it was Adorina who responded to me. My first question was like, "Oh, have you guys got a trading channel? I'm interested to be trading Axion." And then the response from Adorina was like, "Oh, we don't appreciate trading here. You know, all of us are staked for 15 years." I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, thanks for that." Yeah, because and then the more I read, and then of course the whole incident that happened over in November. But what blew my mind was when I chanced upon Axion today, and I saw how crazy the community was, despite all that's happening, despite whatever press that was covering and stuff. So that gave me that confidence boost that this is the kind of community that I want to be part with. So yeah, and then obviously there were very the next few months was a lot about being present on I think I started doing on Telegram, and then later on Discord. So.
I remember the day that I first found Axion when it was still Hex2T. It was May 31st, 2020.
Wow.
And I woke up that morning, and I fired up my rig, and I already had another Discord group with a partner of mine. And, you know, back in those days, I was far more of a degen than I am nowadays. But I had already known about Hex, and I had participated in that ecosystem a little bit. But I didn't have a very big portfolio to fool around with, and I didn't have a whole lot of money to throw around at that point. But I woke up, fired up Discord, and got in there, and the chat going on in our own Discord was on fire. Everybody was talking about this. Yeah. My partner sends me a DM, and he's like, "Hey, Joey found it," which was another member of our Discord. He's like, "Joey found this thing. He found it on 4chan," and I'm like, "Oh God, here we go." I said, "Okay, shoot me that."
Mode activated.
Yeah.
Oops. I think.
Okay.
There you go. You're back. Yeah,
You're back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is metal rugging us already?
Yeah, don't mention 4chan again.
Yeah. Big Bear just docked Joey. Yeah, Joey Tribbiani from Friends. So yeah, I hopped into the Hex TT Discord and got the contract address and fired up Uniswap and MetaMask, and well, as I say, the rest is history. But it was certainly an interesting time. That was sort of when the bull run was kind of getting underway in 2020. You know, it kind of really got traction in the fall, but June, July, August, September, October, you know, leading up to the launch, the official launch of Axion was really exciting, and all the faces. I remember, you know, Jubbin being the lead moderator in there at the time. I did some modding to start off, and then it was so crazy in there. I said I can't deal with this anymore, and I sort of left Jubbin to deal with it. But you know, we had Beaver in there, and oh man, the stories and the memories will always be with me. But you know, the important thing is that we're 2 years after officially launching Axion, and guess what, everybody? We still here.
Oh yeah,
Still here.
Yep.
Still strong.
I liken it to the 15-day road trip to go see grandma, and we're in the car, we're in the old Suburban, you know, kids are bouncing in the back seat, and we're 2 days into this 15-day road trip. So I'm excited to be here, and I love being a part of the ecosystem now, and I'm enjoying this whole process. I came in, I guess the July-ish. I can't remember what day it was, like July 14th, I think was my first stake, back when we were doing the big raise for Babel. I can't believe that's over a year and a half ago now. And so I'm a young buck when it comes to you guys. I mean, but I remember when I came in, and I was just completely blown away with how awesome the community was, and how supportive, and how friendly, and just the energy there. And we are eager to see that return. And obviously, we're impacted by the market and everything else that's happening, but there are other things that have contributed to that. So, but I remember thinking when I came in, if someone would have told me back then that the community was only 6 or 7 months old, I wouldn't. I don't think that would have made sense to me at the time, because I already kind of saw Axion as being this big, huge project that had been around for a long time. It just, everything about it seemed so solid and so firm. And when I came in, it was back when we were still doing the auctions. Every other day, it was a different thing that was happening in the accelerator. I don't know if that was handled manually or if it was just auto, but if it was manually, I mean, the amount of work, I can't believe was went into that. But sweet, we got Fix here with us, and we've invited a few other people. I posted this in the mod chat, and
What's up, Fix?
hopefully get a few more people. But Fix, we've just been talking about how long we've been part of the project since launch. So I'm sure you have a few tales to tell.
Oh, yeah. I got it on my birthday. It was June 5th, 2020.
Wow.
Now, I didn't
Nice.
join the Discord, I don't think, until October. Heck, I didn't even know what a Discord was. I just knew it was something for gaming. And I found out that that's where kind of the discussion was. So I joined the Discord. I think it was October-ish of 2020. And yeah, the rest is history. Been around for a while. Happy 2 year.
Happy 2 year.
Yeah.
Well, if I think Andy, are you watching? Who's on board? If Irma or anybody else from if you see anybody else from previous team that wants to hop on and say, hey, we can hook them up with a link.
I got Festo. Right, Festo.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey,
What's up,
Fisto.
Fisto?
Nice. Good to have you.
Yeah, I was looking. I didn't see the link Metal posted, but I checked back in when he mentioned it. Yeah, great to be with you guys. And
So,
people out
how-
there on YouTube.
How long have you been a part of the Axion project?
He started it.
So I did
We
have
weren't
my
supposed to-
1
We
year.
weren't supposed to tell everybody that yet.
I did have my 1 year anniversary when I did Axiom Friday show with Andy. Fix spotted it, I think, or McMarty. So I joined just before the Rebel launch. So 1.5 years then, I guess.
Yeah, so we kind of came in around the same time then, huh?
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I did my last stake or my first stake on Ethereum, so I did that, witnessed it, and was so glad when we moved to Polygon. Because it took me a while to understand the whole concept and with the auctions and like to claim my Bitcoin dividends through the auctions. It was a loss, but because of the fees, because the fees were crazy at that time.
Yeah, I remember the first day. I remember when we first launched. I made a stake and it cost $13, and I thought that was insane. I was like, I really just paid $13 for one
How much was
transaction.
ETH back then? Distro.
I can't. It wasn't high, but I remember immediately after that, maybe like 2-3 months after that, like we started seeing the $300 gas. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
those $13 days seem so good.
Insane.
When we were moving from Ethereum to Polygon, and we had the one last push on Ethereum with the what was the NFT? They had 50 of them. I can't think. I want to say Collider. but I know it's-
Supernova?
What's that?
The Supernova NFT?
Yeah, the Supernova. I spent $780 some odd attempting to get the Supernova in gas. That was gas. That wasn't a.
Yeah,
that was even
yeah.
considering the actual.
Guys, I just want to leak something. I remember a private DM from James back then before he was a team member. He was like, guys, I think I just spent X amount of money. Can I at least get a guarantee that I'll get the Supernova? Can you guys please do something for me?
And then,
bro, I don't think that's
and then
how
as it was
works.
winding down, I was like the third one away from not getting it.
Yeah, that's right. I recall that. Oh, God.
I still went and bought one later, but oh well. No, it was. Those were exciting times, and you know what? We've got exciting times coming, guys. We do. We have. I think we have an awesome team. I think we work well together. I think we all bring some very, very unique skills to the table, and which is ultimately going to bring some really serious opportunities to the table. And then Big Bear, were you part of team at one time, or just moderator?
No, I was a moderator. I was never actually part of core team. I think I was an advisor at one point, and then they had a whale advisor channel in the Discord,
Right.
and there was myself and a few of the other whales that were in there, and you know, just basically trying to give some opinions on where we thought the project should go and stuff like that. And I mean, some of it was good, some of it was not that great. You know, it was just a matter of who was in positions of power to make decisions at that time. And bottom line is, I'm still here, and the project's still here, and we got a great team. You know, I just want to commend all of you guys for stepping up. You know, this current team was born out of the community, and that's a powerful statement. Not a lot of other projects can say that the community has stepped up to form a team to take the reins on the project. You know, I've had the pleasure, and you know, I'm grateful that so, you know, you've listened to some of the things that I've had to say, taken some of my advice under consideration, and like James said, there's some exciting things coming for the project. I think the community is going to be very, very pleased very, very soon.
Very, very soon.
So, yeah, we do have a few things we want to chat about, share, and kind of get out there. Anything you want to, Andy, did you want to say anything specific to Summer Stakes? I think we.
Yeah. If you just see that post about the Welsh football team anthem as well, guys, it's called We're Still Here. So listen to that. It's a cracking song. Summer Stakes, yeah. So all three prize winners now have come forward, been identified, and they've all received their prizes. So they're all quite pleased. And one of them emailed earlier on to tell me that he's put it all back into the accelerator. So good on him, supporter Axion.
Nice.
And he believes in the token, and yeah, so yeah, there'll be more initiatives coming up as we get more money in the pot. But that's all I want to say about that, really. So well done, guys.
And then Daffy, you want to? And I know I pronounce that wrong every time, man. I'm an American.
Cool.
I mean, I'm just stuck. I'm stuck with these lips, I guess, you know. But
It's not cool. I can't stand thinking about a cartoon duck. I do not want to think about cartoon ducks.
Yo, you got bears. What's wrong with ducks, man? You know, like you got
I
bears,
know.
you got monkeys, you know, you got apes.
Bears, gorillas, those are all like fierce. You see the strength behind them, the power. You look at them and you're intimidated, but you also want to be in their presence. A duck? Yeah, I don't want to see a cartoon duck. We're gonna have to get this name thing under control.
I'm working on it. So, Daffy,
Yes.
with Summer Stakes, we've got the Axion hats that will be going out, and I think we've got a pretty good list of those who qualified. So, I think you maybe have some information that will help us get that to happen.
Yes, so I think first thing first, we had a bit of a delay because we were trying to sort out, the whole payment system with PayPal and the platform that we are using. So that is sorted out. So we'll be launching basically a store which is called Axion Lifestyle Store, and we'll be basically using that store itself. We'll be able to actually send over those caps to those stakers as well. And by doing that as well, this also opens up for you guys who wants to get merchandise, like Axion merchandise, or even general crypto merchandise. You guys be able to head over to the store. We will give us maybe about another maybe one more week to sort out some of the details. We'll do an official announcement on Discord and on Twitter as well, and you guys can start participating in the merch store as well. And I think Andy wants to do a T-shirt design or something. Like he wants to do a T-shirt with his profile picture on it. Hey,
Yeah, there'll be an announcement about this a bit later on. We're going to do a competition. And so basically the community will vote for the top 3 designs, and the team then will choose one of those designs, and the winning design will be on sale in the Axion Lifestyle store. So stay tuned a little bit later for more information about that.
Nice.
So it's either the profile picture of James or myself or Andy, so it's you guys got to vote on them.
I have a strong feeling that there are going to be submissions, like an insane amount.
You
muted yourself. I think he was saying he's anticipating a lot of submissions. And we've also talked about, well, we actually haven't really talked a whole lot about it openly. We've talked about it in Axion Fridays. We've alluded to it a little bit, but we are in the process of establishing the Axion Alliance. We've already got 4 core team partners in there. Many of them you already know. We've partnered with them in one way or another, but we're going to make that an official channel within Axion to have the Axion the alliance, the Axion Alliance. I'd hope to have some of that ready for this presentation, but we've been working on something much bigger, much deeper, much broader, and it has consumed a lot of our time. And I say that both figuratively and literally, as we've been looking at and listening to the community over the last, at least since I've been on. One of the biggest concerns, one of the biggest requests have been to make Axion immutable. And so within the next couple of days, we are going to launch the immutable countdown. And within the next couple of weeks, we're still working out some of the finer details of this. And we're going to make sure that before we make Axion immutable, and this includes the accelerator, that it's not a mistake, that we've made sure we've covered all the bases. We're going to set a completely a finite distribution within the accelerator, which will bring back our BTC divs. It will not be anywhere near the levels it once was. Nevertheless, it will be there for those who have staked Axion and did so with the understanding that there would be that additional reward. And that's the terminology that we'll be using going forward. That this is an Axion, this is a staking reward. And so we've got that, and there'll be some more details that come out about that over the next few days. And I hope to get a page up on our website with a countdown, and we anticipate that this will happen prior to the end of the month. At least a week, if not 2 weeks. So our target date is the 29th of November to set that, to set our core contract and the accelerator as an immutable contract. This is a little bit different than burning keys, and I'll make that clear. Our ecosystem involves several contracts. We've got our vesting engine, which allocates tokens through our launchpad. We've got our NFT manager that allows us to send out NFTs when people play stakes. And what am I missing? Then we have the actual staking contract where it manages people that are staking their liquid Axion. So in order to maintain an upgradability for those mechanisms, so that we are looking at depreciation. We're looking at making sure that we reach a point in the state of Axion where we can start depreciating. But by having our core contract and the accelerator set as non-upgradable, we hope that will help instill a sense of confidence. Because right now, face it, in the market, there is so much uncertainty, and we're seeing projects around falling to the wayside around us. Some aren't lasting a year, and some have been there for quite a long time and have millions of people behind it, and yet they're still collapsing. So we want to make sure that that Axion has every opportunity to make it to that 15-day journey that we're on, 15-year journey. And we feel that this is going to help us establish that foundation so that we can move forward. And we're excited. Anybody else?
It's the right time to be doing it too. You know, building and refining and improving during the bear market is the time to do it, to make sure this project is ready to go once the bulls take charge again. When that's going to be, who knows? We could be, 6 months, 12 months, a year and a half from now. It's, like James just said, there's this huge amount of uncertainty in the crypto ecosystem at large with regards to what we've just faced with SBF and FTX and Alameda, and the contagion from that whole shitstorm is yet to be felt. I think we're probably going to see many more exchanges go insolvent, but the good thing is that it's sort of a necessary evil. This industry needs to be cleaned out, and unfortunately, it's going to take a whole bunch of exchanges or projects going to zero to make that happen. But once it does, crypto moves at the speed of light, and people forget real quick and get all hot and bothered over the next shiny object. And we just want to make sure the Axion's polished off, got a good wax job, and ready to go for when the bulls do take charge. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I've been very, very quiet in the community, but I've been working behind the scenes with these guys, and 2022 has been a tough year, for me personally, with family and obviously financially. Everybody's hurting with the bear market. So, like I said before, I'm just appreciative that you guys are all still here. You're all still working, and it's not out of selfishness that you're doing it. It's for the greater good of the community and everybody that's involved in the project. So, thank you.
Glad to have you, man. For sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to add. I think a lot of projects right now really they are on stasis mode. And I think whether it's a bear market or a bull market, I think production or basically making enough developments for the project is always essential. So I think there's always three parts of production, right? There's the community building, and then there is the product scaling, and then there's also the maintaining the ecosystem. So it's either one of these three. It's either we build the community, or we build a product, or we look into enforcing the ecosystem. And I think this is where we are looking to focus on. I think this is definitely the right way to go.
And I do want to take this time to let the team know how much I've appreciated this process. And it hasn't been there's things that we're working out together, and just as a pure transparency, we've been working on this probably almost 2 months that we've been in discussions with this and reviewing the options and everything. So,
and very tough discussions as well. I mean, it's the kind of questions that are being shared between team members, and this is where for us, what is clear is a team decision is a team decision, but I think by having this healthy discussion is what makes at least when we look into trying to execute something, right, we look into all avenues of possible dangers or issues being looked at. So yeah, so not an easy process, but yes, definitely very bullish about it. Yeah.
anyone else has some thoughts to share, or
No, just to touch upon what DP said is it's true. We would be lying to you guys if we were saying we were all agreeing every day, and this is what makes it very interesting. This is what makes it very interesting. It's we discuss, we brainstorm, we disagree, we come back, we talk again, we make our points, we do the math, we bring on more people to discuss. It's always moving. It's a very interesting environment to be in because you never know how a meeting will turn out. I mean, sometimes you're in for like, okay, it's going to take 1 or 2 hours. 3 hours later, you don't know if it's going to end soon,
Yeah. I don't think I can count how many 2-hour meetings we've probably mowed through over all of this. So,
guys, we don't have to put up this sham for everyone. Okay, we can be honest here. We all do whatever Fisto says. That's what it comes down to.
Destroyer was about to call a hitman on me, because of what I was proposing. Destroyer was like, how much? Just get it done.
Pretty much.
I think as well, we all appreciate that projects are going to the wall, and I'm sure some of those things could have been avoidable if people that were running them were more conservative and more cautious with the funds that were being obtained. So we are, in our decision making, we are trying to do what we think is best for the token and our investors, not for what's best for ourselves or anything like that, but what's best for the investors and long-term stability of Axion. And that's why some of these discussions do get there are disagreements because we all have sometimes a different perspective on how we think we are going to achieve that aim. So yeah, but we are solely focused on the success of the token, and that's why we take this serious when we're making big decisions.
And we are looking at out, into the future as well. We're looking at the Axion Alliance. We're looking at we're basically it's called the Launch Alliance. We're looking at secondary token use. We're looking at partnerships, and we're also looking at putting together a contract that will manage the revenue that we as a team are able to create in the future, where we know, and it will be an immutable contract as well. We know when funds are coming in to the ecosystem, we will already know how much will go to buyback and burn, how much will go to the OTC, how much will go to support future treasury and bond usage, and how much will go to the foundation to be used to keep the lights on, to invest in other projects or to develop other projects within the ecosystem. So we're looking to put things together in a way that is very defined, and a set of rules that governs the team. And should anything happen to any of us, should anything happen to me or Daffy, is that right that time? Or Andy, we know that we've set things in motion, that we've set things in concrete, and that when others step up through the community, because I see Axion always being run from within the community, from within, when people come in and become part of the community and have skills and have the energy and the desire to contribute. I always see that coming through the community as opposed to hiring out some firm, to handle these things and hoping that firm is going to magically help the ecosystem grow. And that's not to say that we won't look at those opportunities, but I think when it comes to a governing body, when it comes to running Axion, I think one of the biggest strengths that we're going to have as we move forward is this core team. It's those who are willing to step up and to contribute and bring those skills all into the same pot together. So very exciting times, man. Very exciting times. And it's like the video we play once in a while here at the end of our hangouts. We're just getting started. So we're only 2 days into this 15-day journey, figuratively, and it's time to put some gas in the tank. It's time to fuel up and take a deep breath.
I prefer rocket fuel.
There you go. That's right. So it's some exciting times, and it's amazing to me. I was a part of a project recently. I consulted with some of the team members on it, and I tried to warn them of some of the pitfalls that we as an ecosystem fell victim to when we launched. And I shared those things with them and tried to help them catch any problems like that. And this is about 8 months ago, and the project just went under because the day they launched, they were rugged $1 million. And unlike Axion, where we turned to the community and nothing was kept hidden, they chose not to tell anybody. And eventually their entire ecosystem collapsed. So with the Launch Alliance, as we develop and establish and set up these partnerships with other projects and bring them into this think tank, if you will, our ultimate goal is to be that example and to be a hub where projects can network, can support each other, and help each other grow. And as new projects come into the ecosystem, hopefully that will be a little bit of a safety net in helping them navigate some of those potential pitfalls that a lot of projects fall victim to, and a lot of investors ultimately fall victim to. So we're excited about that. We're just getting started.
Well said. Very well said. So you guys, let's maybe open it for some questions. If you guys have some questions.
Yeah, for sure. How many folks we got watching? I can't look at that and do this at the same time.
26 on YouTube.
Sweet. That's better than the V0 we had this morning at our Twitter hangout, right, Fix?
Yeah, it was just me and you for about 15 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's okay. We'll start getting the word out on those a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah, well, they do take time to kind of get moving, but just staying consistent. We're good at doing that here at Axion. You all know that. Just staying consistent, keep beating that drum, and the people start coming.
Sounds good. Any comments, questions?
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm assuming Metal kicked me out of the chat as usual.
Yeah, that's right.
I came back into something about Dead Poet beating on a drum or something. Did I miss a show? Was there music?
No, I didn't see you get kicked. I didn't touch nothing, man.
DP, do you want to take this question?
Yes. So Prana is asking: are most of the plans from 5-year roadmap introduced at the beginning of the year still in play or put on hold for now? Example: Axion Studios Gaming, additional deals from DeFi 3.0. So, like we mentioned during the very start of the year, the 5-year roadmap acts as a guidance to how we want to propel the project moving forward. The items that are actually being mentioned or being proposed are items that obviously we have to look into certain things like the market conditions and stuff like that. Let's say, for example, Axion Studio, one of the ways we wanted to do was to actually to do a fundraising that is outside of the community through NFT sales or this kind of crowdfunding. But the current market, and then what happened was that the free mint started taking over, so it was very tough to actually be able to actually sell NFTs in the current market itself. So what does that mean for Axion Studios? Are we holding off, or are we pushing it forward? The idea here is the team itself is going to continue to look into alternative revenue models to actually see how we can actually basically fund the Axion Studios. If the NFT model wouldn't work, could we look into a new product that we can introduce to the community, and a portion of that revenue is being used to substantiate the cost of the Axion Studios. So to your question, whatever that we have been planned out in the sense of big picture, yes, we are following through. In terms of the action items itself, like Axion Studios, additional divs, obviously these are all things that we have to look to the market conditions, and this is where when we cannot navigate and push through towards those items, we look into something else. Okay, is there something else that we can do? Like you mentioned, it's either you build community, you build a product, or you look into your current ecosystem. So right now, the stand from the team is we should look into the current ecosystem and see how we can solidify the ecosystem. And this is where the whole idea of having a immutable contracts that will be proposed on the 30th of November will actually help us in achieving those goals. And then from there, we will cycle back to the other action tasks that's actually made available.
Guys, someone just picked up 1 billion tokens.
Wow!
Oh,
Nice.
look at that candle!
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank me later.
It's more than that, but yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah. That's impressive.
Welcome.
Well, hello there.
Welcome. Well, hello there. I think
Well,
Dead Poet hit the nail on the head. The current changes that are proposed and coming forth with are the most important thing to do at this point in time, because it really solidifies the foundation that Axion sits on. It not only makes the project look much more palatable and appeasing to future participants and existing participants, token holders and stakers, because they know that now that the team has really dug in and figured out what's going to be made immutable and what's not, for future development and growth. But it also really puts the project on a better foundation for future alliances and partnerships, because any other company or project that is looking to get involved with Axion wants to make sure that there are certain, I don't know if you want to call them fail safes, but stopgaps in place to make sure that the project in itself can't augment itself or something can't be changed at the core principle, especially with dealing with the core contract and the accelerator, and as Meta was saying with regards to the revenue manager, which will be made immutable as well. All these functions are going to basically be set up and then set free. The project will be running on its own two legs. without the fear of somebody changing something once again. So as long as once the core functions of the project are tightened, made immutable, it just makes it look more attractive from both the retail side and any other projects that might be interested in getting involved with Axion, even from a launch perspective too, right? We've got a fantastic community that are committed to staking, which proves it, proof of diamond hands. You want to, somebody hashtag that, proof of diamond hands. Yeah, I just think it sets us up to do a lot more things down the road and not have to worry about this upgradable contract situation that we've been hanging over our heads for the last couple of years. And I will admit that I was one of the big proponents, along with some other whales that back in the day, that really wanted to have this immutability handled a long time ago. But I'm grateful that it didn't happen, because it allowed the project to realize some of the mistakes that were being made in the past. We're able to fix that. We're able to fix that now. And I'm a firm believer that timing is everything, and everything happens for a reason. So although the journey has been uncomfortable for many, and some of the wants and asks and desires have not always been delivered, it's coming around. And I think the timing is I think we're in a really good spot right now, given the current market conditions and the pending bull market whenever it decides to show up again, for sure.
Yeah, DP, awesome. Do you want to answer that question to Happy Fury? I know you already have in chat, but
what was that?
That question: How do I get on and have a proposal?
Discord.
Yeah. Just go to our Discord channel, and there's community proposal channels that you can actually post it in. Do that, and then someone will take a look. And if it's a money spinner, then you're going to be a millionaire.
All right, guys. Well,
maybe one last question, guys. Pertinent question. Anybody wants to post that out before we wrap up? I can hear keyboards.
All right. Well.
Nope.
So I guess it's been very nice to be able to get together and to hang out. It's been some nice, awesome energy here today. Celebrating 2 years. Axion is. What's that?
Said happy birthday, Axion.
That's right.
Yes.
And somebody wants to, I think they're talking about the collider. I think they want the collider to hit more often.
Let you win every time.
So look for an official release. If I can, I'll have that out today. As soon as I've had a chance to talk with our dev Deli some more, we'll start we'll figure out how long it's going to take for us to review everything, and to ensure that everything is as we have chosen it to be, decided through all these meetings, hours and hours of meetings, and then we will launch that immutable countdown. We'll have that released here in the next day or two, and at that time we'll know if it's going to be a week out or 2 weeks out. But that's where we're headed, and just appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate everybody's time and input and effort, and it's just exciting to be a part of Axion.
Yep. Have a good evening or good afternoon, guys.
Yeah. Have a good one. Thanks for being here,
guys. Cheers.
Yeah. Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.